exactly do you do for your Uncle Polly anyway?
The Darkness is a first-person action adventure. It's based on the comic by Top Cow with the same name. And you take the role of mafia hitman Jack Estacado, who on his 21st birthday gets possessed by this ancient demonic entity, and this gives him tremendous powers when he's in the dark.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the powers?
So basically it works like whenever you find a dark area in the game, or if you create one by taking out the lights around you, you can go into that area and by the press of a button you can draw power and be temporarily possessed by the darkness. So for a short period of time you will be protected, and you will also be able to use all these kinds of spectacular powers where you can send out tentacles along walls or ceilings, or pick up these huge objects and smash people with it, or even implode the whole room with people and furniture. Like, we also brought over from the comic these really evil small little creatures called Darklings. So throughout the game you will be able to collect them and summon them in dark areas of the game, and they will appear and try to help you to the best of their abilities.
So how do you use these Darklings?
Well, they have a specialized AI, so they do all their crazy stuff. They are pretty weird, mischievous little creatures, but you also have a button to control them, but it's very sort of context sensitive. They sort of interpret it as they wish. You can send them in a direction, but you're not sure what they're going to do there.
What kind of similarities would you find in the Darkness that for people who liked Riddick, what will they find?
I think the most important one is the style of the genre is very similar. It's a blend between both action and adventure, just like Riddick, with perhaps more fast-paced action in this game, a little bit less stealth. But there's the adventure component is also a bit more fleshed out. It's a bit more non-linear. You can go back and forth between sections of New York through the subways and stuff. Other than that, we really like the kind of variation we had in Riddick, with something new to do with every level, and we've really tried to work that into sort of from the start of the game, to have variation in gameplay, either by unlocking new darkness powers or just story setting things to switch around what the player will see.
Are there any sort of things that you that people have commented on Riddick that you feel that, like, we want to add this for the Darkness?
Well, multiplayer, of course, is one thing. Riddick got great reviews, but the two things people complain about, it's too short and it's got no multiplayer. So Darkness is a bit longer, not too much longer, but a bit, since we're going to keep it interesting and condensed. But we have an online multiplayer component in there. So that should keep people occupied as well.
As Jackie, you seem incredibly powerful. Like nothing could really take him down. How will that translate into an online game?
Well, we can't talk very much about the online game as of yet. There are a bunch of different online modes. One I can mention is, though, that you will be able to play as a Darkling. So that's going to be kind of different, because you can climb on walls and ceiling, and it's going to be very fast-paced.
It's coming to Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Are there any differences, and how do you feel working on PlayStation 3?
Well, we are getting the final dev kits now, so we are trying to get the PlayStation 3 version up to speed to the Xbox 360 version. We expect the versions to be very similar, both sort of performance-wise and visually. Could be some differences where we, for example, take advantage of the Blu-ray media format, since we have this TV functionality to have full-feature movies in there, so we can cram a lot of more stuff into the Blu-ray, of course. Other than that, they're gonna be pretty similar.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.